Get them, chefs.
Table for two, cater to who? Time to serve these birds with a jus. No getting through to round two. Ain't seen no reservation for you. We're coming out fresh to dice of you veg to cook you up in a pasta dish. You're in a hot mess. We keep a sharp edge while you cunts are well past your best.
This kitchen, it's a disaster. Ordered the pasty, they served up a pasta. Undercooked, chunter soup, awful. Tasted like turnip and pasta. Gordon Ramsay, this Scottish twat served up dishes. Poor and shonky. Idiot sandwich. How did you manage to fuck lasagna? It's raw, you donkey.
That's a great verse. I love Deathly in the background doing the dubs. That's really cool. That's fuck, man. You guys are so creative. Goddamn. You can hear Deathly in the background doing the dubs.
Screw this kitchen, it's a disaster. Ordered the pasty, they served up a pasta. Undercooked,
It is, man. That's
soup,
wicked.
awful.
I love that idea.
Pasta. Gordon Ramsay, this Scottish twat served up dishes. Poor and shonky. Idiot sandwich. How did you manage to fuck lasagna? It's raw, you donkey.
Screw the kitchen, what a shit description. The food's forbidden and now quit your bitch.
Yeah.
With the Sue's permission and a new addition. By the way, your soup is best and it's still fucking ate though. Can't sing with shady bro, and here we are having the last laugh. You're spitting basic flows, we're up for bacon dough while you're the cunts getting laughed at.
Yeah.
After his force, let's settle the score. We're swinging a knife and spilling your sauce. Tried to cook up a storm but pissed out a drizzle. Now we're hungry and killing for sport. Preheat the oven, grease up these pests. Our menu tonight is a feast of chefs. Delight fades from your eyes, your breath leaves your chest as we give you the sweet release of death.
Oh, a little sloppy on the flow there. I'm gonna fire up this one as well. Pup was really spitting on that. It sounded great. Again, that's before going through the bars, just the feel. We're just going, verse 1 from Sweet Release is great. Verse 2 from Chef's Delight is also great. Let's go for some punchlines. Table for two, catered to who? Time to serve these birds with a jus. It's pronounced jus. No getting through to round two, ain't seeing a reservation for you. This is a great angle. I actually think it's a bit corny sometimes when people name flip themselves and like make the scene around who they are. But this is really well done. Not getting through to round two, ain't seeing a reservation for you. That's great. That's a great punch. We're coming out fresh to dice a few veg, cook you up in a pasta dish. You're in a hot mess, but keep a sharp edge while you cunts are well past your best. A little sloppy at the end there, but for the most part, flow was really nice. The end was sloppy for sure. Screw this kitchen. It's a disaster. Ordered the pasta, they served up a pasta. Nah, I ordered the pasta, they served a pasta. Come on. Undercooked, chunder soup. Awful. Tastes like turnip and plaster. Gordon Ramsay, these Scottish twats served up dishes, poor and shonky. Fuck, that's such an obvious setup when you see what it's a setup for. Like, that's such a multi-setup. You know what I'm saying? Poor and shonky, raw you donkey. Like, yeah, still funny. Idiot sandwich. How'd you manage to fuck lasagna? Dude, lasagna is hard to cook, isn't it? Also, lasagna is like a sandwich. It's a pasta sandwich, I guess, in some ways. In many ways, lasagna is a sandwich. It's raw you donkey. Okay. I like this verse a lot. I really, really like the addition of Deathly doing the dubs. I thought Fortalist was just rapping great. This is excellent verse. It's more of a cake. You're right. It's a pasta cake. Just time consuming. Okay. Screw the kitchen. What a shit description. The food's forbidden. Now quit your bitching. This is a good verse. With the sous permission. Dude, I love how deep into the kitchen we go. We're talking about sous chefs now. I see. If you worked hospitality, you know these references. If you didn't, you probably know them as well because there's things like Chef's Table and shit on Netflix, so kind of everyone knows. But back in the day, you would be like, what the fuck is a sous? The more you know. And a new edition, by the way, your soup was pissed in. Great delivery on that punchline. Excellent. Still fucking ate it though. This is a great verse, chefs. I'm so into this scene. It's very cinematic. I'm following the trajectory. You know, we talked about it last night as well. I'm following the narrative really, really easy. It's really easy to track. Great. Can't think we're shady, bro. And we here having the last laugh. You spit in basic flows. We're up for bacon dough. Where you can't getting laughed at. Definitely falls off at the end with the punchline though. That laughter is forced. Let's settle the score. We're swinging a knife and spilling your sauce. There's got to be some wordplay on sauce there that you missed. Trying to cook up a storm but pissed out a drizzle. Oh, pissed out a drizzle's funny. That's a good rebuttal for the pissing in the soup. Now we're hungry and killing for sport. Also pretty good. Good little flip on the narrative. This battle is like less punchlines and more just a narrative. I fuck with it. Preheat the oven. Grease up these pests. Not a big fan of that for some reason. Just doesn't sound good. Because you call them pests, like it takes me out of it. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, pests, they mean rats, blah, blah, blah. They're doing like a ratatouille thing. What's going on? If you just said grease up these chefs, keeps the imagery there, keeps the movie playing in our heads. And menu tonight is a feast of chefs. That's why you didn't say it earlier, I guess. Delight fades What are we in? Fucking, is it 1998? Your breath leaves your chest as we give you the sweet release of death. Now, the flow on this was probably the worst in the battle. It just goes so off the rails. Very sloppy on the flow there. I love how the narrative just carries through this whole thing. This one's kind of close, to be honest. I think Sweet Release still have my favorite verse, which is this one. It's just clean, man. From start to finish, it's very clean. This verse is also good. It just doesn't finish strong, whereas this one finishes very strong. Round 1, I would give it to Sweet Release. Round 2, I'd give it to Chef's Delight. In terms of how much, Chef's Delight didn't really make any big mistakes. Fairly consistent from start to finish. Sweet Release, that flow has to cost you. It's off. It's very off. It's like, yeah, Sweet Release take round 1, but not by as much as Chef's Delight take round 2. For that reason, I gotta go with Chef's Delight. Gotta go with Chef's Delight. Let's do it. Landslide for Chef's Delight. The pup ripped off. Dude, how much strong is the XP in fucking bronze? Good lord. Which means Chef's Delight going through to the top 32 to battle String Theory.
Taking space and aiming high, wasted while we wayward wild and scraping by the vacant tiles. The party started and the house just wasn't big enough. So sit with us, the crew's on deck, the session's set to rip it up.
Sinister, just sinister, room below us is too hot. Second story finished with 2 blocks to a new plot.